I'm a resident of Conway. I support you and I support this bill, and I just wanted you to know I appreciate your effort. Could you speak a little more, or does the bill incorporate more on reducing costs of delivery?
So what we have to do is, there's pilots and studies and things that we think that we know will work, and that we have seen work in smaller areas, whether it's in a co-op or an area of the country that has high quality, high satisfaction, and lower cost in medicine. So the bill has a series of things all through there. How do you encourage wellness? How do you encourage more primary care? How do you deal with chronic disease management? How do you do better health information technology? But there is not like one thing I can say, guess what? Page 532 has what's going to solve all this for us. It's going to be an ongoing learning, and it's going to be learning both in the private sector and the public sector.
My point in answering that, or asking that question, is the answer you just gave, that it's extremely complex, and that rather than raucous displays, just this kind of thoughtful exchange, and hopefully this legislation will encourage continued conversation and continued improvement.
My husband, I invited him to come, and he said he didn't want to because you'd already said you wouldn't take a stand for public option. And my response is that to you is that public needs an option. In my family alone, my husband had a rider on him. I had to go to school and get insurance to cover him. My brother was kicked off of his insurance when he had open heart surgery. My sister-in-law was kicked off of insurance when she had a mastectomy. And it just goes on and on. One of my students' fathers got fired inside of this hospital, and he was having pains on Sunday, and he said, I can't go to the hospital, I don't have any insurance. And he died. And then I've had renters from me in Section 8 that go to the hospital and can't pay their exorbitant hospital bills, and they have to take bankruptcy. Now, if the cars need some kind of big support, so do these people that need health insurance and health care.
I'm sorry all this has happened to you. I believe are taken care of in the bill with or without the public option. So all the thing about being kicked off insurance because they had health problems, that's the first thing that goes away. No more pre-existing conditions. Insurance companies will not be able to look at your health history and making a determination about whether to insure you. The bill allows it to be based on age, recognizing that if you had, 5 million 61-year-olds, there'd probably be more health issues than if you had 5 million 25-year-olds. So they can look at age, but not health history. So that goes away. And then the issue of rescissions, of saying, okay, you've had a health problem, we're going to send your premiums back and not cover you anymore. That goes away. So I think that takes care of several of the problems that you described in your family. And then the third part of it is, as I said before, regardless of income in this country, we want you to have health insurance. And if you have income and don't want health insurance, we want you to have health insurance anyway, and you're going to be mandated to do it because we all pay for you when you end up hospitalized and are uninsured. So I think the basic bill, with or without the public option, would have helped you and your family considerably. And my own view is we need to move ahead with this because what you just described is happening to people every day in Arkansas, every day in the United States, literally by the tens of millions, and it needs to stop. The individual family has no negotiating power with the insurance companies. That's exactly right. And so we're going to make changes by statute, we're going to make changes by regulation, and then we're going to have this exchange so that individuals and the smallest of the small companies initially will have someone negotiating for them to get the best rate for the policy.